Night. So I'm going to share with you how to make this very popular Chinese dialect Hakka dish today, which is the Yam Abacus. Yeah, it is made of yam dough, yam and starch basically, and then you cook it with minced meat and some other condiments. Right. So it's actually a lot of people have their own way of doing it. All right, different tastes as well. I mean, some people like it spicy. Some people have different ingredients in their base. Yeah, which is the minced pork. Okay, but very importantly, the dough. A lot of people say I don't know how to make the dough. The minced pork is very simple. It's similar to what you have for your banh mi, right? Your mi hong gui, the minced pork sauce. All right, so it's pretty much like that, the simple version of it. But the tough thing, a lot of people are intimidated, is the what do you call that? The yam, okay, 芋頭, the dough, okay, 唔錯嘅，actually 好簡單整嘅，OK，好容易猜嘅，唔使你好多時間。It's just that 係會有少少熱，所以你要猜得快。That's it. If you get the tips, you get the right. There's no technique. You just get the right temperature and everything. It is very fast. Never cooked this before. Don't know how to cook, but I'm sure you have eaten, right, Kong? Yeah, Madam Kong. I'm sure you've eaten this, 酸盘子. Okay, so very quickly I've started actually to steam the yam. Yeah, some people cook the yam, boil the yam in water. That can work too, but I prefer no foolproof way. It's just to steam the yam. Very simple. Okay, so today I got a yam, and I bought two. All right, I went out today to get it. This is not ideally the yam I want, because this is a local, they call it the yellow yam, a local yam. Ideally, what's the best yam to use? 係咪？芋頭係泰國芋頭, the Thai yam. All right, Thai yam is also quite small and roundish. All right, not those big and long ones. Those are not really fragrant. All right, the nice yams are usually the ones that are rounder, smaller, yeah, just about this size, a small size like what I showed you just now. Okay, about my palm size. Okay, slightly bigger. The Thai one is slightly bigger. This is a local yellow yam, they call it. Okay, the Thai yam is more fragrant. This one is also pretty good, and the Thai yam is also more starchy. That's why. All right. Yeah, sure. The texture should be a little bit chewy, a little bit soft. That's important. It shouldn't be hard. Yeah, once if it's hard, gone case, so you can throw the whole dough away. Okay, so I have steamed the yam. Very simple. My yam is about 425 grams. So depending how much you want to use, it's up to you. Okay, no issues. Yeah, just put some water, and then just put the yam on the plate. I did put about 2 tablespoons of water to the yam. All right, so to make it a little bit wet. Okay, and now we're going to start to cook the what do you call that? While the yam is still steaming, I'm going to cook the minced pork first. All right. If you don't take pork, you can use minced chicken as well. No issues. 可以用雞肉冇問題嘅. Okay, and I said why is it similar to banh mi, because you have your fungus, black fungus, 木耳. Okay, 我自己浸咗, soak about half an hour, and then 切絲咯. How much you want is up to you. All right, mushroom also I've soaked and then cut into slice them. Okay, 切一條一條. And I personally like a little bit of scallops. Yeah, a bit nice. But some people don't put it. It's fine. And then I have some dried shrimps. Okay, some dried shrimps, and then some garlic, and then seasoning. Very simple dish. Okay, very simple. All right, so now we're going to learn together how to do this. Okay, it's very simple. I'm sure you all have learned how to cook this. Cook it, heat up the wok, add a little bit of oil in it. While my yam is steaming, let's just cook the pork first, because I like to cook it a little bit longer. Yeah, on high heat. Just to stir it a little bit. Okay. Usually for black fungus, we'll put in a little bit of cooking wine. I don't have cooking wine, so I'm putting in some of this Japanese wine alcohol liquor. Alright, just to fry it a little bit with some oil, a little bit shiny, and the texture will be better for the fungus. Okay, so very simple. It's on high heat. Just fry it first a little bit, especially is the yam dough for a little while. Just fry it. Take it up, remove it. Okay, then keep the wok on, the fire on. Add in a little bit more oil. Okay. Turn down the fire slightly, a medium fire. Right, great. So you can add in garlic. Garlic is a bit chopped, so I put it aside first. Then add in the蝦米，加咗蝦米落去，放少少鹽啊，so that doesn't jump too much. Okay, very simple dish this one. Good, very clear. Alright, so I'm just preparing the base first, the meat sauce first. Okay, 我依家煮緊係嘅呢個肉 the minced pork. I'm cooking just a little bit today, not too much. I'm not doing a lot. Yeah. So probably this is good for 2 to 3. Alright, this is minced pork. Store-bought minced pork. Minced pork, if you buy, it's always good to ask for pork shoulder and then ask them to mince it. Mushroom, black fungus, the 公魚翅, I like a bit of 公魚翅. The sweetness of it is very nice. Scallops, dried scallops. Okay. And as you fry, you can add a little bit of taste. So you add a little bit I'll do a little bit of sugar. Okay, a little bit of seal. So I'm using the seal that you all bought. Okay, this is a very nice seal. It's almost like homemade. So it's very nice. You can eat it directly with your half-boiled egg, your steamed fish, chicken, like we taught the other day. Yeah. Just fry a little bit. I'll add in a little bit of hoyo. Okay, just a little bit. My hoyo is a bit big. So, yeah. If you like it darker, you can add a little bit of Hakka Yam. I probably add it slightly more. Okay, smelling very good. I'll just add in a little bit of dark soy sauce. Just for better color. Okay. This dark soy sauce I use is not very dark. It's a bit more of golden. Okay. Of course, not to forget, you can add a bit of Tiok's Flounder fish powder. If you haven't bought yours, you can order from us. It's about half a tablespoon enough. We'll add into this. Okay, so yeah, it's looking very good. Some people like to add in pin. Well, dried squid you can as well. Okay, turn down the fire slightly. You can add in pin as well, no issues. If you want, if you don't want, it's fine. I don't. I didn't add it today, so it's okay. Still, it's going to taste very good. So add in enough water, slightly enough to cover it almost. Yeah, because we're going to slow cook it. Alright, 我哋攞嚟燜呢個肉。Right. Okay, and you'll see It's almost like golden brown. Okay, we add in that much water first, slightly to cover it. If we need more, we can add in water. Oh yeah, I have the water from the mushroom just now. You can add in as well, and this water also from the dried prawns, shrimp, and you call that. Whether my yam is soft enough. I've steamed it properly for about 20 minutes already. Okay, it's pretty soft. Okay, so once it's pretty soft, you can turn off. This one. Okay, so now I'll turn you back here. We'll share with you the ratio. Ratio for yam to the starch. Starch is also quite a lot. All right, ratio to it is 2.5 parts yam and then 1 part of starch. So 475. That means so what's my fork? So what you do is you remove the yam, the steaming hot yam from your steamer or wok, anything, all right? Put it into a big dish so that it's easier to work on. Actually, this yam smells pretty good too. This is a local yellow lamb apparently. Okay, and then your starch, and then add a little bit of salt into it so you get a little bit of taste from the yam. Okay, and it enhances the taste of the yam as well. And then add in the starch. Okay, while it's hot, add in the best texture out of it. You know, so now it's still very hot, but I'm used to it. I'm used to hot. My hand can take it, so you know, I'm just tired. It's good. Looking good. Looking good. Do I need more water? I don't think so. It just needs to come together. A dough. Yeah, I've added like about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of water into the yam before I steam it. Tapioca starch is almost perfect, right? We'll be giving I'll give the recipe in writing later as usual. You know, when I have a photo of this, then I'll take a photo and then I'll share it and let it rest for a while. It's very easy to do when you do it in small amount, but if you do it to sell such a big amount, you don't have people to help you. It can be a bit difficult. You know, like Chinese New Year and all that. I remember last time we used to show you. I just want to taste it a little bit, see if enough taste. Not enough taste. Ho Hiang, very fragrant. Not enough taste. Add a little bit more xiao. Okay, a little bit more. It needs to be a little bit more tasty, a little bit more salty. Okay, it needs to be a little bit more salty. Reason being, your yam does not really have taste, right? So when you cook the yam together, then it will become pretty bland. Okay, it's a bit dry now, so I've decided to add a little bit more water into it to cover it again. Okay, this part takes a little bit longer while the dough rests. You just have to cook it. You can turn up the fire a little bit. Okay, you can always pre-cook the meat first, the meat sauce. All right, you can always pre-cook it first a day in advance, you know, or when you decide that you want to eat banh mi, cook a little bit more, then you can cook this dish as well. Okay, so let it boil. I've added a little bit more xiao. Okay, just thinking, I'll add in a little bit of pepper. Okay, great. And probably a little bit more 做好魚粉. Okay, taste is subjective, so it's up to you how you like it. You like it more salty, you like it more sweet, you know, it's really up to you. Sprinkle some yinsai, yeah. I mean, once it's done, you put in some yinsai chong on top to eat together. It would be nice for some people. Sherwin and I don't like the taste of yinsai or the smell of it, so we don't put. Okay, we just eat it as it is. But if you like it for some garnish, then yeah, it's good as well. If you like it, you can put it, no problem. There's no rules to this Chinese cooking. Okay, so let's cook it a little bit more first. Nhập made it. don't know, is it me or? And that's more CO. I'm putting in the slightly more salty CO so that harm bit though. Okay, together with the yam later, it will smell really good. Yeah, so this is how we cook it. You can cook it early in the morning if you have time. You know, slowly let it simmer. Slow fire. All right, let it simmer first. Okay, and later we'll put in the yam. Okay, so let's carry on with our yam now. You let it rest for a bit. The yam also you can, so that it becomes slightly smooth. I'll add in a little bit, 1 teaspoon first. Okay, then immediately you have to knead it in. Yeah, 1 teaspoon. You can see it's slightly wet already. Knead it in immediately. It needs to be boiling hot water, remember. But most important is the first part when you do it. Yeah, the first part of it. And also reason why mine will crack is because I didn't mash mine up very well. Okay, it's not really fine, the yam. So because I prefer it this way. I prefer it. I like to have a little bit bite into the yam. So okay, roll it. See, it's perfect in size, perfect in shape now. Okay, it's no more cracks. I just add a little bit more water. That's all I needed. Okay, so yep, that's a better size as well. Slightly smaller. So yeah, when we're young, you know, we always do this. You roll, then you press all these dishes so that you can cook at home. Okay, look at the yam abacus. So does it look like a abacus to you? Yeah. Of course, mine is slightly dry, so you have some cracks, and because I have bits and pieces of yam in there. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna taste my pork. The pork, the whole dish should be a little bit is to form the yam abacus, the dough, right? But once this is done, it's actually very simple. You know, the cooking process is actually very simple. We don't need many ingredients. Okay. Hungry? If you have yam at home, you have all these ingredients, you can start cooking now. Okay, a little bit of salt, you know, so it's pretty tasteless. You only have the taste of the yam, the fragrance of the yam. SS2, yeah, not too far away. Not too far away. A little bit doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm just throwing it in. Throwing my yam beets in. Some people call it different names, I'm not sure. You know, if you know, you can share it with me. Share it with all of us. People call it different names. I don't have another spatula with me now. I just okay. All right. Just let it be in there. Okay. See, it's like now it looks like you done. Okay. I think it's pretty hot. But when I touch it, I'm just gonna change the water. Pour the water away. Change to colder water. Yeah, filtered water. My tap water is filtered, so no issues. Okay, I'm at home, so I'm just going to use my hands. Okay, test. Just going to test it and see if it's bouncy or not. Okay, it's still a bit hot, so it'd be a bit soft. So if completely cools down, it should be a little bit more bouncy. Okay, it's bouncy. At the very least, it's not hard. It's chewy. Its ratio probably about 1.5 to 1. Depending what you like more, I'm just gonna put it in. Okay, actually they look pretty good. Some people put oil when they mash the yam together, when they knead the yam. Can too. Turn up the fire. Yeah, let it cook for about a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay, can you see? It looks good already. Like I said, the yam taste is not really there because this yam is not fragrant enough. Okay, but this sauce will add a nice touch to the yam. So you see, it looks like a baker's yam beads. Okay, Carol, have you cooked this before? You're such an amazing good cook too. You said we were going to exchange food and have a gathering, but because of COVID, we haven't had a chance. Can't wait to sample your food. Okay, so you just cook it, let it simmer for a while. Okay, while I prepare a little bit of starch water. Okay, just about a tablespoon with some water. So we're gonna thicken it. It will thicken by itself because there's already starch and yam in it, so it will thicken. But why do we still need to add starch water? So that the sauce, can stick to the yam. We don't want it too watery. You stick to the yam, then it gives the yam more flavor. Okay, it smells good. Right, so remember, buy Thai yam. Repeated many times, Thai yam. Thailand, Thai 角嘅芋頭，最香最靚嘅。Okay, and if you don't know, just go to the market, your veggie stall, and ask them. Village grocer usually has got Thai yam. Giant grocer, no. Giant grocer also I saw local yellow yam. Okay. No, Carol. I'm not the seafood. You are the seafood cooking. Carol cooks so well. I see all her food and she plates them up very well too. If you like more meat, you can add more meat into it. Alright? So this portion, pretty good already, so I don't need to taste them again. Okay? Okay, see it's getting a little bit more starchy, right? So you can turn up the fire. Add in about, depending how starchy you like. Okay, I'm just adding a bit of starch water to it. It's half a tablespoon first here. You just want it a little bit starchy so that it sticks to your yam, the sauce. Okay, it's done. Turn it off. Okay, so you see it's a meat sauce. It's not very saucy. Yeah, there's no water. It's not like liquid. All right, it's a meat sauce. Okay, and yeah, that's about it. Now we'll just remove it to a plate. Serve it up. This is now where you want to garnish. You can add in a little bit of chili. You can add in a little bit of coriander inside. You can add in chong, spring onion, on top of it to make the dish look nice. Okay, for me, this is just good enough. This is our chimpanzee Yam Abacus dish. Okay, and as usual, I'm going to taste it for you and make you a little bit more hungry. I'll take a little bit of meat, and all that sauce with the yam. It's slightly chewy, slightly bouncy, soft, very nice. The only thing is the yam taste is not good enough because I didn't use Thai yam. I think before I can go upstairs, I'm going to finish this plate. Yeah. And I say it enhances the whole dish. The meat sauce is also important. Yeah. So I added a little bit of Tiok, this 左後魚粉, Flounder fish powder. It's also pretty good. Yeah. One more bite. Wow. Yeah, I only had 3 bits. Come on. These are all for shipping. Okay? Alright. Thank you everyone for joining us again today. So I did a very short presentation. I hope it was informative enough to share with you how to make this yam abacus dish. It's a Hakka dish that we all love. So hopefully you all will like it too. Yeah.